Chris, what streaming services do you subscribe to?
All of them, I think.
You're part of the problem.
I did cancel 2 last night that I didn't even know I had.
Which ones? Quibi?
Well, at one point I had DC.
Is that still around?
I don't. It might not be now. I
I
can't.
thought with
absorbed by
HBO
HBO Max.
Max, yeah, they nix it.
I had it I had it during the initial Lifetime out last year
Why did you?
because I wanted to watch Batman the Animated Series. It was the only way to watch it.
It's a great show.
Oh, okay.
Did you have the Quibi, Tony? I just found out Sam Raimi produced a show called 50 States of Terror, I think. And he directed a couple episodes, and I kind of wanted to watch those.
I had just signed up for the 30-day trial
I think a lot of people
when
did.
they canceled.
What did you watch, if anything?
I think Anna Kendrick did something on there.
Oh, she did the sex doll show.
Yeah, the sex doll
Was
was
that
in her
good?
closet. It was pretty funny. Yeah.
What a hit.
So I share Netflix with my ex-wife. I think for some reason I'm still using my ex-girlfriend's Hulu because it's commercial free
Nice.
on my phone, but then on my computer I'm signed into my ex-wife's Hulu
I used my
because she also has Showtime.
I used my ex-girlfriend's Netflix till she finally changed the password.
Yeah, I remember you told me about that.
But now I got my current girlfriend's Netflix and Hulu and Disney.
You should get into her.
I pay for Disney, Paramount Plus, Apple TV Plus.
I pay for Amazon and I pay for
And
HBO.
Amazon.
You should get into your ex's profile and mess up her algorithm.
Can't do it.
Yeah.
I think she barely uses it anymore because it never shows, like, it never updates my shows or anything.
That's how they get you with these streaming services. You forget about them and they
Yeah.
keep charging you.
Yeah.
She doesn't listen. She wouldn't be listening to this.
No.
She's
Not unless her attorney listens.
she's fixing dogs on a farm somewhere or some shit.
I think she's fixing cows on a farm somewhere. Discovered today one of the negatives about no longer dating a veterinarian.
Your dog just has to die now.
When your dog gets sick, you got to take him to an actual vet.
Or take her out back. I don't want Yeller to die.
Why would you do that to Stella? That's terrible.
Take her out back and go potty. What you think?
Yeah, potty. Yeah.
For puppy love.
For puppy love.
Her puppy love.
Hey, everybody. How are you?
I'm all right.
Awesome. Cool.
Hey.
That's Chris.
Who? Oh,
Best producer in the business. That's
I
Tyler.
wondered what the fuck his name was. I felt embarrassed.
That's Tyler.
It's too late for me to ask now.
I'm Tony. And this is Popcorn Tribunal. You know, my boss said to me today,
Uh-oh.
we were in a conference call, and he goes, Hey, Telez. I'm like, what's up, Jero? He goes, why does your license plate say fucking popcorn? I was like, Bill, because the name of my podcast is Popcorn Tribunal. And he goes, podcasts don't have anything to do with popcorn. I said, no, but when you go to a movie theater and you watch movies, typically you want to eat like popcorn. And our podcast is about movies, hence Popcorn Tribunal. And he goes, and just kept talking. I was like, thanks.
And that's why I don't work there
Yeah.
anymore.
I forgot you know him. But yeah, so that happened. So that was fun.
Jerome, huh?
No, Jero.
Jero.
It's his last name.
Oh. Nice guy.
Yeah, good dude.
Will he listen to this?
Nope.
Okay.
Let's talk about some movie news.
Yes.
Christopher, do you want to talk about some movie news?
Uh-huh.
What?
So, let's see.
I made a Tim Allen noise.
The latest
There it
comic books made into a movie. Tiffany Haddish has signed on to to play the lead in Netflix's upcoming adaptation of the noir comic series Mystery Girl. Yeah.
That'll be something somebody watches, maybe.
Yeah. So, intriguingly enough, Tiffany Haddish is one of those that I either like or I hate.
Well, she just won a Grammy.
Yes, she did. So did Taika Waititi
Yeah, because why
for
the hell is
producing the soundtrack.
the Jojo Rabbit? Why is that qualified? That movie came out like 2 years ago.
I don't know, man.
Grammys are whack
Yep.
and whap.
But he's 2 steps away from an EGOT,
Tony and
an Oscar and a Tony,
he has an Emmy. Mm-hmm. For what?
for the TV show. What We Do in the Shadows.
I forgot about that. I'm surprised he doesn't have an Oscar yet, and it'll be there.
He was close. I mean, he was
A couple
nominated.
times.
Yeah.
Yeah. I found it.
So Basically, as the title would suggest, Mystery Girl is a mystery graphic novel series
About a girl.
from 2016 about a psychic.
Ooh.
So we're gonna get psychic Tiffany Tiffany Haddish. I can't talk.
Matt Damon.
So, have you guys noticed the trailers for the new Mighty Ducks series on Disney Plus yet?
I'm aware of them. I have not watched them.
So,
Because
have
I
you seen
don't care.
Emilio I Ate Charlie Estevez?
Oh.
Well, he just announced that Young Guns 3 is currently in development.
Oh boy.
I know, right? So this was the original cast: Charlie Sheen, Kiefer Sutherland, Lou Diamond Phillips, and Emilio Estevez.
As the Beaver.
How many movies did Charlie Sheen and Emilio Estevez do together?
Couldn't tell you. They're both in John Hughes movies, and that's
You want me to find out?
that's the breadth of my
No, I
knowledge.
just thought it was interesting. I never realized that they were brothers in movies
didn't?
together. I mean, I knew they were brothers, but the correlation never happened.
Someone should do a Google. Chris, you want to do a Google?
I'm trying.
Attaboy. Maybe.
So, when asked about the third Young Guns, he said, "Yeah, it's definitely in the works. I drive a lot and I spend a little time in the Midwest.
me too.
People will tell me, hey, we haven't seen you on screen for a while. Come back. We'd love to see you in the movies again." For the record, nobody tells Emilio Estevez
You're
that.
so mean. But correct.
But he played Billy the Kid.
Uh-huh. Now
And-
play Fat Billy the Kid.
In the end of Young Guns 2, Billy the Kid disappeared. Never
Billy the
actually died.
diabetic kid.
So the question is, did he die? Did he not? So,
Will he get his insulin shots?
anyways, that was pretty interesting.
Would
Speaking
you
of
watch
Taika
it?
Waititi, I did note
Oh.
that
Oh.
Jojo Rabbit did win
A Grammy.
a Grammy for Best Compilation Soundtrack for Visual Media.
And
He seemed
Taika
shocked. He
Waititi
said-
was like, that's an award I can win?
He was clearly a touch weirded out to be getting an award for a film that was released nearly a year and a half ago. Mm-hmm. But the eligibility period for the program stretched back to September 1st,
Who entered him?
2019, and Jojo Rabbit was released on October 18th.
Grammys are whack.
He beat out Frozen 2, A Beautiful Day in the Neighborhood,
Really?
Bill and Ted Face the Music, and Eurovision Song Contest, The Story of Fire Saga.
So that award was
Which,
a
by the
joke.
way,
is now
is
an
now
Oscar-nominated
nominated for an
film.
Oscar.
Correct.
blows my mind.
Do we want to talk about that?
Yeah, we can talk a little bit about the Oscars.
Sure.
The nominations. I made some
Sure.
notes.
He made some notes.
I did. So, the cool thing about the soundtrack for Jojo Rabbit, for those of you that have seen it, and I know we have, is that there were a lot of pop
songs.
hits, but they were in German.
Dancing for Hilden.
What?
Der Wiesentag.
Yeah, so like David Bowie's Heroes, but
Was
it was in
Helden.
German, or I Want to Hold Your Hand by the Beatles.
Well, okay. We Can Be Heroes. You know about that song, where it came from, right? It has to do with the Berlin Wall. It was written in Berlin. Okay. Didn't know if you knew that.
Yeah, I knew that.
That's the connection.
I apologize.
piece of trivia.
He's now an Emmy and a Tony away. He has an Oscar and has a Grammy.
That made more sense.
Yeah.
What do you win an Oscar for? Screenplay, probably.
Yeah, best adapted screenplay for Jojo Rabbit.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
Can't believe I forgot about that. So he could win an Emmy for What We Do in the Shadows, and then he'll just make a play just because.
Because Jojo Rabbit, put that on Broadway. That'd be amazing.
Sure. Hunt for the Wilder People, the musical. I'd watch that.
Hell yes, dude. Absolutely. Have the kid from the movie play it.
He's getting old now.
Yeah. What was the last thing he was in?
Deadpool 2. But he's going to be in Godzilla vs. Kong. Julian
I saw a new
Dennison.
trailer for that, by the way, and I have to be honest
Pretty
with you.
fucking cool looking,
It
isn't
looks pretty cool. But I didn't know that girl from Millie Bobby
She was
Brown.
in the last one.
I didn't know she was in this one as well.
I think Kyle Chandler's coming back too.
He is.
But no Kick-Ass, because no one will hire that man except Christopher Nolan, I guess.
Why won't anybody hire him?
I don't know. Bring him back for Zilla. Bring him back for WandaVision. I don't know. I don't know. I like Kick-Ass.
All right, so the Oscar nominations came out.
Hooray.
There were some interesting snubs
Tis.
and a couple surprises.
When is the Oscars, Tony?
It is an awards.
No, when?
When? I don't know, April?
When are the Tonys, Oscar?
I love that movie. So
Someone had to.
some of the most notable snubs. Regina
Regina
King.
King.
Spike Lee was snubbed for The Five Bloods.
May I have an interesting piece of trivia before you get too far ahead of yourself?
You may.
Glenn Close is nominated for a Razzie and an Oscar for the same role, and that's the first time that's ever happened.
For Hillbilly
Yeah.
Elegy?
Isn't that funny?
Wow.
Never happened. Now there's been like Halle Berry and I think Sandy Bullock have won an Oscar and a Razzie back to back, but they were for different movies. So this is the first time it's been the same performance,
That's interesting.
right?
Tom Hanks for News of the World.
Oh, they have to give him an Oscar nom.
You know, I saw that movie.
Was it fine?
I didn't even realize I saw that movie.
Yeah, you never mentioned it.
It was fine. It was underwhelming.
It seems like an Oscar bait movie.
The little girl in the movie was
Does he do an
fantastic.
accent?
No.
Okay.
No.
That's
He was
surprising.
as much Woody as you would think he would be in real life.
What a Woody.
In an interesting twist, though, Viola Davis and Chadwick Boseman were both nominated for Ma Rainey's Black Bottom, but the movie itself didn't receive a single nomination.
Interesting, isn't it?
Yeah.
Maybe we had something to do with that. I'd like to think we did.
Yeah, because we said it was not great.
All the Academy voters listened in was like, oh, they got a point there.
Some of the surprises, Sound of Metal was nominated for Best Picture.
Very happy about that. Chris isn't.
Pleasantly surprised that Lakeith Stanfield was nominated.
For supporting actor?
Yeah.
Against the other supporting actor?
Yeah.
So Judas and the Black Messiah are both nominated.
I don't know. I mean, was Fred Hampton really a supporting actor?
I'd say
he played a
Lakeith-
pretty lead role.
I'd say either of them could be considered the lead, but that's just semantics.
Felt
at
like
that
a
point.
double bill to me. I mean, I could handle it.
Sure. But they know
But-
Chadwick's going to win, so
Oh, yeah.
I'd be a little,
Well, at least Lakeith is nominated for supporting, so
my boy, so good.
really good. Mm-hmm. And then Maria Bakalova for Borat.
I figured that one was going to happen.
Yeah, but why?
I don't know. The first Borat was a Oscar favorite, too.
Was it really?
It was.
I don't remember that.
I think it got a screenplay nomination or something wacky.
Interesting. In other news, Jason Momoa decided to comment about Amber Heard and Aquaman
And he
because
says he's
apparently
playing
she
Knuckles
hasn't been fired.
in Sonic 2.
What?
Did you not know this?
No.
Oh. But what did he actually say
Look
about
at you
Amber Heard?
bringing movie news to the table without Googling it. That's impressive.
Thank you, friend.
Yeah.
Buddy. I'm trying.
He said that
Fuck that bitch.
in kind of a similar Bill Burr scenario where he made the commentary about Gina Carano. He said when he is on set, everything in his life becomes about production and not
Sure.
about personal life.
Sure.
And so he doesn't care what Amber Heard has done in her personal life.
Sure.
As long as she can act and does her job, he doesn't care.
And Warner Brothers is like, shut the fuck up. Justice League's coming out this week.
Yeah, right? Good timing, Momoa.
Amber Heard's in that.
In what?
Justice League.
Did she get... Is she in it?
She was in the original cut, and then
Right.
she was in one of the trailers, so I assume she's in this cut.
Okay.
Could be wrong.
So speaking of Justice League, that comes out... The
Thursday.
Snyder Cut comes out Thursday, I
Yes,
think.
Yes. 4
18th.
hours, 2 minutes.
Right, 4 hours and 2 minutes.
It's at 70 something, almost 80 on RT right now, which is good.
Yeah, but I mean, Rotten Tomatoes panned Rise of Skywalker, and we loved it. So
And chips.
and
I mean,
chips.
it could go either way, honestly. But
My
that,
hope is that I can sit down and it doesn't feel like 4 hours
we might need to break it up, just because.
because of your bladder.
Well, there's that too, but it's already broken up into chapters, which might be useful. And we will discuss this more. But I tried to watch the 3-hour cut of BVS, and I'm like, this is just too much movie.
BVS for the one listener in Montana is Batman,
Batman.
versus Superman.
Dawn of Justice and email attachments.
So I sat down yesterday to try and in the background roll through the DC EU.
How far did you make it?
I didn't even get started.
Man of Steel started, and you're like, nope.
No, I just realized Cherry came out, and so I sat down and watched
You
that.
popped your
instead.
cherry instead.
Okay.
How about a quick review for the folks at home?
Filmmaking was fantastic. Tom Holland was exceptional.
Russo brothers,
The
correct?
23-year-old girl who plays his girlfriend/wife in the movie looks
Oh.
like she's 8, and it's very disturbing.
I don't like that. Well, he looks like he's 8 too, so
But he he was very believable as a drug addict. I mean, very believable. No, not like that. Like really, like Leonardo DiCaprio, What's Eating Gilbert Grape. Good. I mean, he was.
Well, being retarded and being. Can I say that word?
Jesus.
Yeah, it's fine.
Being.
Sure.
He's gonna put a horse neigh over
Well,
the
fuck.
top of it. I don't even know what
Nah.
fucking word that
Being
was. By
differently abled and
the way. Differently able.
drug addicted are not the same thing. I just want to clarify that. But now we both look like assholes because I said retarded, and now I said it twice.
Jesus. But he was believable. She was just consistently passed out, so there was really no.
What a job!
But she, but it's
Acting.
interesting, right? Because he plays a guy who joins the military, gets deployed, sees a bunch of people die, comes back with PTSD. Because of the
Robs gas
PTSD,
stations
he
or
becomes
something?
addicted to painkillers.
Oh,
And
we're getting there.
painkillers transition into heroin,
Right. Oh.
and then
Oh.
turns to a life of crime to support his heroin habit.
Iron Man would be so upset.
But the Russo brothers always seemed to do a pretty dynamic job. And there were, I would say,
Did you enjoy their work in You, Me, and Dupree?
there were probably about 10 minutes of breaking the fourth wall scenes.
What?
And I wasn't expecting them.
Who does?
Tom Holland.
He's like, hello,
Kinda
everybody enjoying
kinda
the film?
self-narrates.
Okay.
So, like, when there's a period of time
Is he
where-
British or is he doing his...
Oh, he's American. He's speaking with an American
Oh,
accent.
boy.
But whenever there's a space of time where they don't like identify that there's been a space of time that has passed, he would kind of intro that in that breaking the fourth wall kind of monologue.
Like Kristen Stewart in Twilight.
No. Because she was not actually on camera talking.
Oh, so she's actually looking in camera. It's not a
he's-
narration.
No, well, that's what breaking the fourth wall is called.
You're correct.
Yeah.
I'm
When
wrong.
you make eye contact with the camera,
And you'll be like, get a load of this guy, am I right?
and then you go, wink, wink at the camera.
I see you. I'm Deadpool?
Yes.
Question mark?
So, but yeah, I mean, it wasn't a movie that I didn't want to turn off. It wasn't a
what
movie.
an endorsement.
It wasn't a movie that I wanted to turn off. I did happen to order some spicy ramen to eat for lunch as I was
Sure.
watching it, and I was
Sure.
lifting a half of a ramen egg to my mouth to take a bite. In a scene where they were coming down off of heroin and throwing up all over the place.
That sounds like a
needless to say,
fantastic
the
lunch.
timing was terrible.
Did you finish it anyways?
Yeah, I did.
What a man.
I'm a fat guy, but the
Well.
but the movie was good. I mean, 3.5 out of 5.
Okay. Nothing out of rush to see, but if you want to check it out.
I mean, I already paid for Apple TV Plus, you know. So
That's the thing, isn't it?
yeah. And then I did also see, just to kind of throw this out there, I saw Chaos Walking.
Choss walking,
Chaos Walking.
if you like.
For those of us that
that's
were
got-
raised speaking the English language.
Correct.
That has Daisy Ridley,
I miss her.
as well as Tom Holland.
Right?
Also has
Mads Mikkelsen.
Mads Mikkelsen, who was
Hannibal.
creepy as hell.
Cool.
And then that English guy who played in the movie with Anne Hathaway over
The guy from Doctor Strange?
his name is like Daniel Oko. I don't know.
Oh.
Or it's I don't. Oh, now it's bugging me. No, it's not Chewelty. Chewelty.
Oh, who are you talking about?
Oh God.
Oh.
But there were some people like with major beards that I did not expect.
I like that
So
review.
Demian Bashir was in it.
Demi Lovato. Okay.
David Oyelowo.
I know who that is.
David Oyelowo.
I'm pretty sure Chittlewith was the one in the Anne Hathaway movie.
Chewelte, you're right. I apologize to every
okay.
black actor on the planet.
We are two honkies who cannot say words.
Nick
Apologies.
Jonas was in it.
Oh. Mm-hmm. Okay.
Other than that, not a bunch of big names.
What was the film about?
So basically, Earth is broken down, and in
Cried.
the 2600s,
Oh.
large spaceships had traveled to different areas.
This sounds
World.
YA
This was
as
New World
fuck.
2. And when they landed, they discovered that all of the men's thoughts were clearly visible to everybody.
Uh-huh.
But the women's thoughts were not.
Oh.
So
How can this be?
I don't want to give away the story just in case because it's still fairly new to the theater. Long story short, Daisy Ridley is the first woman that Tom Holland's character has ever seen. And there were some comedic moments when his thoughts...
We're on a collision course with wackiness.
One scene where they're sitting under a tarp because it's raining. And it transitions to her like leaning towards him and he leans over and kisses her and she's like, what? And then the scene disappears and it was just his thought of her kissing him. It was pretty funny. She's like, that's not gonna happen. And he's like, no, and runs off. It was pretty funny. But there were some comedic moments where he was very embarrassed.
Was it a laugh riot?
No, it was funny though. There were some funny moments.
Okay.
But the scene or the individual that I was talking about, Daniel Oyelowo, he played the preacher.
Oh.
And the cool thing was all of his thoughts were very extremely well animated and CGI was fantastic, but they all had like flames and fire and brimstone with them. So it was pretty cool. Yeah.
I had some Well, you say you liked it, but you didn't love it. Talk about that while I look up the trivia I had saved.
Yeah, why did you have trivia for it?
Because some interesting people were involved with this movie at different points.
Really? Mm-hmm. Oh, okay.
You know, buy me some time, dog.
I mean, I liked it. I thought it was written by a gay man.
A gay man.
It was based on a short story written by a gay man.
A gay man.
And it was initially the guys who played the parent or the adopted father of Tom Holland's character. They were gay. And your initial shock is like, oh, someone's making a movie with two gay dads just to kind of pander, right? But then you realize it's only fucking dudes on the planet.
Makes
and
sense.
out of the number of men that are there, there's going to be some point where they're going to have some sort of desire for some sort of an emotional or intimate connection.
So prison rules.
So okay, yeah, prison rules based. No, that's legitimate though, right?
I know.
And so it started making sense, but initially you were just like, oh, they're fucking pandering, you know, and then I was like, no, but it kind of makes sense. Okay.
I mean, if there's no chicks, that makes sense.
yeah.
I'm gonna read off some names if I may.
Okay, let me finish though.
Apologies.
So overall, the story for taking a short story and turning it into a movie, I thought it was very well done.
Sure.
There was one piece of the story, and that was they called them spackles. I think
What?
They were the alien race that were on the
What
planet.
do they look like?
They look like aliens. Big, beefy, muscular aliens, actually.
CGI?
But they were the enemies of the humans. Like they attacked the humans and killed all the women. That's how there were no women on the planet.
Where does Daisy Ridley come from? Or am I gonna have to watch to find out?
Daisy Ridley comes from space.
She is Ray.
No, she's one of the settlers that has traveled to settle on one of these other new worlds. Mm-hmm. And that's all I'll say.
Okay.
But I would say watch it. I'd be interested because I actually sat in the movie theater going, I'm enjoying this movie, but I feel like Tyler would pick it apart. Like I legitimately
You
thought
want me
about
to?
that. No, but I feel like you would have some
Faults.
you would definitely find some faults with it. But it was
Sure.
an enjoyable movie. I find that I enjoy movies a little more when you're not there.
Ouch.
But then no, and there's
Ouchie.
a reason for that. Just because we have little things where like you'll give me a look and I'll know what that look means when you're watching the movie, right? Or I can read your body language. And so it was funny that I found myself thinking what you would think about this movie if you were there watching it.
Oh,
So,
interesting.
yeah.
Okay.
Okay, go ahead. Give me some names.
Charlie Kaufman. Do you know who that is?
Yes.
Who did just recently? I'm thinking of ending things on a Melissa Synecdoche, New York adaptation, being John Malkovich, Eternal Sunshine, all those really sad existential man. Right? Wrote the first draft of this,
Really?
and I'm like, why?
Huh.
I think he's credited somewhere, but I could be wrong. Robert Zemeckis.
It would have been way darker.
correct. I'm kind of interested to see what he would have done with this.
Almost
you know?
a little wonky, and I don't know if the story would have worked with a little bit of
Right.
his wonky.
It's like how David Lynch was approached to direct Return of the Jedi. You're like, that would have been a very
Well, it's
different
like
movie.
Eli Roth and Borderlands.
That's true. I mean,
Yeah.
he just did a kids movie though with the Jack Black in the house and the Kate Blanchett, and they got a clock in the walls.
Did he really do that? I
that
didn't
was
know
him.
That was him. Huh.
Robert Zemeckis was attached to direct at one point, blah, blah, blah. But here's what's interesting. Do you know who Fede Alvarez is? He did...
Fetty Wap?
No. He did the Evil Dead reboot. He did Don't Breathe.
Okay.
He directed all the reshoots.
Really?
I don't know why, but he did.
Huh. Who actually directed it?
Doug Liman, who did The Bourne Identity... Swingers, Mr. and Mrs. Smith, Edge of Tomorrow, Jumper, and then...
That makes a lot of sense. Just based on some of the action sequences of the movie, it actually makes a lot of sense.
But just those two distinct voices I find interesting.
I wonder why they brought Fetty in to direct the reshoots.
I don't know. But I was scrolling through because I was interested about this movie for whatever reason. And toilet reading, you know?
I mean, it's not bad. It's
No.
not bad at all.
I think I would enjoy it.
Yeah.
If I saw like a matinee or something. I'd love to pick it apart, so I'll try to see it before next episode.
I've spent a little time thinking
Is
about...
it on streaming or is it just in theaters?
It's just in theaters.
Weird.
I've spent some time thinking about if it was predictable or not.
Was it?
I would say yes and no.
Option C.
I would say the manner in which your predictability comes to fruition.
Well, whatever happened to predictability?
Like, the end result, yes.
Okay.
But what happened in the middle, not so much.
Like WandaVision.
I didn't like WandaVision.
Well, I know, but it wasn't predictable until it was, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Like every choice they went with was the most obvious one.
I still can't wait to see what that one scene between the two visions, how that's going to play out. Because technically there's a vision in the world that knows or believes he is Vision. And so that'll be interesting. I mean, it was a brilliant way of reintroducing a Vision to the Marvel Universe.
Sure.
Especially after taking him away twice.
Yeah, and when you actually go through the movies he's in and she's in, they don't have a lot of time to develop those two, so...
But
Another
there was a thing that I saw today about how...
COVID affected the... Have you heard about this?
No.
Okay. There's a lot left out of the finale, and the finale was rushed because of COVID. So that's why some storylines are just hanging, and it felt
So you know how some animals will imprint...
clumsy.
Will imprint on people or
Like Breaking Dawn Part 2. Yes!
Right. Okay. Yeah. So let's use that as an example. So that's a real thing, and I saw a short video online that said that it felt like the relationship between Wanda and Vision wasn't necessarily as much of a romantic one as it was that Vision imprinted on her because she was the first person in his line of sight when he burst out of the container and
Not
superhero landed on top of it.
Not true.
Incorrect. I watched the movie to find out.
Was she in the room?
She was directly in front of his line
I remember
of sight.
he saves her at one
He
point.
was the
in
first
Ultron.
person. He was.
And I
She
thought
was the
that's what
first
you were
person
referring
that
to?
he looked at.
Well, he thought he looked out the little window.
No, he looked straight up, brought his head up. She was,
Was
right
she
there.
in the room?
Yeah,
Huh. I need to watch Ultron again.
Yeah.
For many reasons.
yeah. So, but I was like, no way, it's fucking editing. So I went back and watched it again, and it was indeed.
was?
Yeah. So he pops out of the box, lands, does a superhero landing. He's got his left knee up. He looks up,
Makes a
makes
cape.
eye contact, and then looks. I think it was to the right, towards the camera, and that's when he was looking out.
I thought, for whatever reason, because it's been a while, I thought he looked at Thor first, and that's where the little cape comes from.
Well, because Thor was at the window, which is why he.
Well, Thor's the one that ultimately brought him to life.
Yeah, but then he walked away.
Oh, okay, he's like, I am done now.
Yeah,
Goodbye.
because he was in his moody stage, right? Mm-hmm. But anyways,
Well, let's say Ultron's not one of my favorite Marvel movies, so I just haven't watched it in a
no,
while.
I agree. Though,
A lot of good stuff in it.
what's his name? Who played Ultron? Who
James
did-
Spader.
Spader's brilliant.
I do love that man.
Okay, so we've transitioned back into superhero movies. Part of the point of what we wanted to talk about tonight was the DC Extended Universe.
Yes, the attempted one.
Right. So I'm going to hand the discussion over to you
Sure.
to lead it, and we can have some
There's
conversations.
no real organization, right? It's just like...
It's really just release order.
Sure.
Yeah.
Well, cinematic universes became the thing because of Marvel,
Yeah.
clearly. And, like, what's the other big superhero comic book property? You got DC, which are only been successful really at that point with either Batman or Superman.
So what differs the DCEU from, say, the Brandon Routh Superman movie?
I mean, it's a different universe. What are you asking?
What makes it a different universe?
It's not Brandon Routh or that. Well, here's the thing about Superman Returns, right? It's kind of the Reeve universe and kind of isn't.
Right.
And like that movie came out the same year as Batman Begins, and I think made more money than Batman Begins. But like, I think Batman Begins was cheaper, so they're like, this Nolan guy's got some. We're gonna go ahead with him.
So, but do you include Batman Begins in the DCEU?
No, we're not talking about that. We're talking about leading up to it. They had the closest thing they had to an extended universe was a Dark Knight trilogy, right?
Right.
And I guess before that they had Christopher Reeve movies and they had the Burton / Schumacher Batman movies.
Well, so this is what multiple sites listed as
The 9.
the released
10.
DCEU movies. So you've got Man of Steel,
Right.
Zack Snyder, 2013.
Right.
That introduced Henry Cavill as Superman.
And then Batman v Superman.
BVS,
Suicide Squad.
Suicide Squad, David Ayer,
Wonder
Wonder
Woman.
Woman, Patty Jenkins.
Justice League.
Which, to me, Wonder Woman probably still stands as my favorite DCEU.
There are a handful of them I love.
Yeah.
And we'll talk about all the rest.
you
That
love
is one of
Shazam.
them.
Yeah.
That is one of them.
Yeah, but to me, that
That was kind
that
of the...
stands atop for me.
Well, that
So-
was the first one to kind of get away from the Zack Snyder look and feel, and that was the one that
Yeah.
made money and got critical acclaim.
Which,
that
interestingly
people latched
enough,
onto.
maintained the costume look of the Zack Snyder look.
It brightens it up a little bit, but you're right. And there are
But then
some
it
Zack
changed
Snyder
in 1984.
isms.
They changed it up.
Did you know he worked on that script?
on 84?
No, first one.
I believe it.
And him and his wife produced the first one and the second one, and I believe he's also producing Gunn Suicide Squad.
So the same year that Wonder Woman came out, though,
It was Justice League.
the original Justice
The
League,
first attempt at Justice League, which we'll
Correct.
talk about.
which Zack Snyder's credited, even though Joss Whedon did a majority
Most of it, yeah.
Yeah. And then Aquaman,
And we'll talk-
2018.
Did you know? So Justice League was originally supposed to be 2 parts.
Yeah.
Kind of a 2-part epic, and I don't know for sure, but I assume the 4-hour cut that's coming out this
Well,
week is
the
just
original
part
story
1.
was based upon Cyborg and someone who had such a bright future ahead of them being so destroyed that they didn't think they had anywhere to go.
And then he finds this family.
And then he finds this family, right?
Well, and
So
then
that
he's
was
barely
the
in
whole story
right.
that Zach had planned, right?
Right. Well, there's more than that,
And then
right?
racist Whedon comes in.
Racist Sweden. Well, yeah, because he's barely in the finished movie. But it's more than that, because like
Makes sense that he's good friends with Adam Baldwin.
Well, yeah. Well, there's plot points in BVS that just aren't followed up on, like Batman's nightmare, and then
Yeah.
Flash coming back to warn him.
Who was the guy in Batman's Nightmare?
What do you mean?
Wasn't there a big baddie in the Nightmare?
I think it's Darkseid.
Was it? That's
I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
Because that's what they're all leading up to.
because the new trailer that just
Allegedly.
came out for the new Justice League.
Well, there's a new Steppenwolf who's in.
Yeah, but the latest trailer that was released
Well,
is
they had
Darkseid,
Darkseid, right?
yeah.
Well, they're both in the movie, but I think Steppenwolf's like doing Darkseid's dirty
Such
work.
a great band.
Right. That's true.
I read an article today that Patty Jenkins refused to do one of the original storylines of the original Wonder Woman. Did you see that?
I didn't know that.
So the
I
reason
know she
why
had
the women all
problem
moved to
with
the
it.
island is because some men invaded the world of the Amazons and just raped everybody.
Jesus.
And that was part of an original storyline. It was
fuck.
also part of the original kind of Wonder Woman intro.
right.
And
Huh.
Patty Jenkins refused to put it in the movie, which I thought was kind of cool.
That's fair. I know she had problems, like what people don't like, and we'll talk about. Well, I'll save this for Wonder Woman. Let's just keep going down the list
Okay.
so we can talk about them in order.
No worries. So then Aquaman 2018,
Which made $1 billion.
James Wan.
All right.
I didn't dislike it.
It's fine, and
Yeah.
we'll talk about it. We saw it together, actually.
Shazam, which
My
is
favorite.
your favorite,
Correct.
and has gradually climbed the list for me. I think Zachary.
Quinto.
No, it's not Quinto. What's his name?
Zachary Snyder.
No, it's not. I can't remember his name. Anyways, Chuck, the guy who played Chuck.
Oh, Zachary Levi. Sorry.
Thank
Sorry.
you.
A lot of Zachs going on around here,
And then 2020, Birds of Prey.
which we loved.
Kathy Yan directed that one.
And then in 84.
Wonder Woman 84.
Okay.
So then you've got the coming soon movies.
Do you just want to
Do you
talk
want
about those?
to
real quick?
wait and we'll talk about the releases?
I think that'll be how we wrap it up. Let's
Okay.
talk
Yeah,
about
that works.
the Snyder Cut, and then we'll talk about all the upcoming ones.
All right.
So let's start with Man of Steel. Did you see this in theaters?
Yes.
Did you know it was going to be an extended universe when you saw that film?
I don't think anybody really knew it was going to be an extended universe at that point.
Well, did you know
I
how
thought that they were
involved
just-
Nolan was?
No.
Okay, so I think he wrote it and he helped write it and produced it. And they kind of, because I think what Warner Brothers wanted was like the Dark Knight feel, but for Superman.
So Man of Steel was a movie that didn't feel like a Zack Snyder movie.
I disagree, but go on.
So because everything that I think of Zack Snyder from is just
Well, let's talk about that. What do you associate with him?
dark. Everything's just kind of dark and shadowed, right?
Sure.
And Man of Steel didn't feel overwhelmingly dark and shadowed.
Even the Krypton stuff?
Well, the Krypton stuff, but Krypton has always been featured as visibly dark.
Unless you're Marlon Brando.
But then if you look at Batman and Superman, right?
there's more
certainly
for sure. That's
Yeah,
more
yeah,
his
yeah.
vision, and I think
Yeah.
that's more Nolan stepping away.
Yeah.
But I think Man of Steel is a very Snydery version of Superman. in
I
terms-
like Henry Cavill as Superman.
He's not the problem.
Yeah.
It's just not Superman. I mean, you can explore it from that
But
angle.
Do you say it's not Superman just because you have a reverence for Christopher Reeve?
No, but I mean, comic book wise.
Because I'll be honest with you, I liked Brandon Routh as Superman, but it felt like
Hell,
he was trying
I-
to play Christopher Reeve playing Superman.
Well, that's exactly what he was trying to do.
Yeah.
That's what he was instructed to do, and that's why he was hired, because he kind of looked like him. I think I like him too.
but it's also ruined me for everything else that he's done.
correct. Well,
'Cause I
except
still
Scott
see-
Pilgrim.
Christopher Reeve. Well, yeah, except for Scott.
He's great in that.
And then he played a dirty cop in The Rookie.
And then he's good in that too.
Yeah, he was pretty good. There.
I think Superman Returns is a much worse movie than Man of Steel.
Oh, for sure.
It's an uglier, more miserable
Yeah,
movie.
yeah, for sure.
And I think the fact that it tries to present itself as the Reeve universe makes it worse somehow.
I mean, the Tommy gun bullet to the eyeball was just.
Well, that's all the cool shit's in the trailer, right?
Yeah.
Like the plane shit, the eyeball shit, and the rest of the movie is just this dark, drab
Yeah.
movie with very little Superman action going on. But let's talk
And
about
then,
Man of
but then
Steel,
you also had like Kate Bosworth,
who doesn't look a thing like Marco Kidder.
who doesn't look a thing like Margot Kidder.
Yeah,
And the storyline with the kid.
yeah.
But here's the thing, like it kind of pisses me off that we didn't get to see the next thing.
And if you look into his sequel, like it looks like a much more interesting movie than the first
Yeah.
one. So it's kind of a shame. I'm with you.
Yeah, but
But
anyways.
I have no interest in ever watching that
Yeah.
movie again. But Man of Steel, let's talk about that.
Okay.
I don't think it has to be happy-go-lucky, dorky Christopher Reeve, but I think there needs to be some semblance of hope.
Yeah, but I like the fact that unlike, I mean, not necessarily Batfleck depth, but there's
Sure.
there's some heaviness to Cavill as Superman.
Yeah, and I think it's the whole. Well, if you had these Dr. Manhattan, right? Which I mean,
Right.
Snyder did Watchmen, which is a much better version of that. But it feels like he's trying to recycle that almost,
Right.
or make it fit Superman, even though it doesn't necessarily. Like
Right,
if you're
but,
this
but
immortal,
oddly enough, though, he transitioned away from that for the other Superman movies and Justice League, and it felt like he stepped away from kind of that Dr. Manhattan kind of feel.
BVS. I would say he did not. I think he doubled down.
Is
on
it different in the 3-hour cut than it is in the standard theater cut? 'Cause
Not really.
I haven't seen the theater.
Not really.
Okay.
And then we haven't seen his Justice League, so who knows? But I mean, the Superman in that movie, I don't think was what he intended at all, because it goes back to that
It'll be interesting to see
Christopher
though,
Reeve, hopeful,
how the
whatever.
character develops in the new Justice League.
Sure.
I kind of I enjoyed the original Justice League,
We both did.
but I enjoyed it, but it felt like it was, oh, Wonder Woman succeeded. Cool, let's make
Let's
this
give
a
her
Wonder
scene.
Woman movie.
Right.
Right?
Felt.
I said that when we were
no,
leaving
you
the
did.
theater. Yeah.
You did. I think it's very studio mandated, right? Like it's 2
for
hours
sure.
on the dot.
Yeah.
But I just enjoyed seeing the characters interact, because like, oh, cool, Flash. This feels like Flash. That's kind of cool.
Right.
Cyborg doesn't do a lot, but that feels like Cyborg.
But the thing that I love about the new one is that supposedly those storylines are all broken
Fleshed
out. a
out
little
more, because
Right.
they have time to.
Which will be good because I'm kind of glad that it's coming out prior to the new Flash movie.
Oh, sure. So, but that Man of Steel, the one thing I don't like Superman and 9/11 imagery
Yes.
doesn't work for me.
No.
I think like I was with the movie up to that point, and then it's like around an hour of just carnage, and he's not trying to save anyone. And everyone's argued it's like it's his first day. He doesn't know what he's
Yeah.
doing. Sure, but that doesn't mean I'm not enjoying this. I don't know what I'm supposed to get out of this. It's just miserable.
Yeah. I didn't like in Batman vs. Superman, I didn't like the way that they replayed that fight.
Oh, that was one of the things I did like about that movie, seeing it from a different perspective.
But it's not that I didn't like the fight from a different perspective.
Okay.
It's Ben Affleck stealing a security Jeep Compass branding with the with the Wayne
right.
Enterprises logo on the
You're
side
right.
of it, and all of a sudden he's a speedy driver in dodging full buildings, and then it's stuff like that. It felt contrived.
Oh, I mean, and then you got to check in on what is it? In Man of Steel, there's like one corner of a set we have where Perry White and Lois Lane are at, and it's like, why do we keep cutting back here?
Oh wait, look, it's the Daily Planet, and the ball's falling. Yeah.
So, and I think let's talk about Batman v Superman, because that movie, because all these movies have felt very reactionary to other movies, right?
The nightmare sequence, I thought was like, that's fucking cool.
No, and I think I said this to you in a text or maybe on the show or something. Like, there's individual sequences in that movie
Yeah.
that I think would make an amazing, like, 40-minute,
and evidently that
hour-long.
nightmare sequence is fleshed out more in Justice
Right,
League.
because it's kind of like, well, when you watch the theatrical cut of Justice League, it's like, what the hell was any of that?
Yeah.
But yeah, like I was saying, like, all these movies have felt reactionary to the previous
Right.
movies, right? Like Batman v Superman.
Like they were trying to tie them together.
Well, no, not even that. It's like, what did people complain about with Man of Steel?
Oh, right.
all the destruction. So we're gonna make it clear that there's nobody in the
and
5
we're
mile
going to make
radius.
it clear that destruction is exactly what creates the premise for this movie.
And then Justice League is just a complete reaction to how people reacted to his two previous movies. So it's
Yeah.
like, we're gonna lighten it up, we're gonna weeden it up, get jokes, because Avengers was popular. He did both of those.
Yeah, it makes me sad that the Cyborg movie was canceled. Because, well, let me
Right.
say this.
Okay.
If this Justice League pans out to be the story that they're talking about, it makes me sad to think that the possibility of a Cyborg movie exploring his origins and the depth and the darkness of that character in itself is never going to be seen.
Right. And I think that's why. Well, let's keep going through the movies, though.
But realistically, Cyborg was a tertiary character in everything that he's ever been in. He's never really been the lead
focus.
character. Even
Right.
Teen Titans, it's
Right.
always Robin, right?
Right.
So, sure, the thought of Cyborg carrying a movie probably wouldn't have done as well as a Wonder Woman or a Flash.
Well, here's the other thing, right? This franchise is, in 2 years, would have been going for a decade, and I think they're up to 9 or 10 movies
Yeah.
where Marvel's almost at 30. I could be wrong on that.
Yeah.
But I think, like...
But
if
Disney
you
is just a machine.
Right, but if you keep fleshing some of these characters out, then you could have had a Cyborg movie that people would have been interested in, because... I think how the MCU started was like, we don't have the rights to Spider-Man or the Fantastic Four, the X-Men, all the ones people know.
Right.
So we're going to start with Iron Man and Thor, and people were interested in them.
Yeah.
And I think DC...
Well, they did them brilliantly. I mean,
Correct.
the original Thor, the original Iron Man, they were brilliant.
And they were very clear about their plan.
Yeah.
And that they haven't been reactionary up to this point.
And they were introductory movies. There was no.
It wasn't all about
we're gonna
the
jump
next
right
commercial.
into a story that
Right.
everybody knows.
From going to a Superman movie to when now we're setting up the Justice League and now we're at the Justice League.
Yeah, in
it
3
doesn't
movies.
work really.
4 movies.
That's why Wonder Woman worked. It's like, oh, we
Yeah.
could just
And then you
chill.
throw Suicide Squad in the middle, and it really has no bearing on any of the future
And
movies.
Suicide Squad might be the definition of a reactionary movie, just in how in terms that edit was put together. They're like, Guardians is popular.
That's
People
what
like
James
this.
Gunn said. James Gunn
trailer.
said, it was a shotgun movie. They made the movie to capitalize on the name of the Suicide Squad.
And
now he wants to do it right.
correct. And I like that they're starting to do that more.
Well, that's why within 4 years, we're already remaking a movie.
We are and we aren't, right? Because it's one of those weird reboot remake things.
Yeah.
But
Probably because there were positive points of character development in that movie, but then there were other. What the fuck? Like, who's playing Harley Quinn in the James Gunn movie?
Margot's back.
Is she back?
And
Yeah.
I think it's going to carry, like, Boomerang's back. I think some of them are going to carry over from the original
Okay.
team. And I think it's going to be a continuation of where we left her off at Birds of Prey.
Gotcha.
I could be wrong.
Because fuck, what's his name? I can't remember. The guy who was right below the guy who I kept thinking was Clint Eastwood's son. And
Oh,
it
Joel
wasn't.
Kinnaman?
Yeah, Joel Kinnaman.
But Scott Eastwood is in that movie, but he's as a nothing character.
He is,
'Cause I
yes.
think right before Birds of Prey, we watched the extended cut of Suicide Squad just to refresh.
Is Kinnaman coming to
Yeah, he's back.
Is he back? Okay.
Viola Davis is back.
Okay.
So enough has
Well,
been
Viola
carried.
Davis was fucking brilliant.
Well, yeah,
man.
they carried over all the best elements,
Yeah.
minus the Joker, which we could argue about, and we will talk about.
I can't wait to see
Yeah, but
Leto.
they're bringing him back.
Zack Snyder sent him a personal thank you for coming back, for revisiting that character for reshoots.
After he was almost completely edited out of the original movie.
yeah, and he was lambasted for that movie too. Like,
And it's not his fault. He's not in it enough to flesh anything out. I don't think Affleck's been in any of these movies enough to flesh
but
anything
what I
out.
love is
and
it
that's
looks
the
like it's a
problem.
completely different character in the same movie.
Right. And I
So-
think if he had been fleshed out, because there's calls for an Ayer cut now of Suicide Squad, because a similar thing
Yeah.
happened where not once but twice they butchered a movie in the editing room
Yeah.
because the studio was too reactionary to like, oh,
I
God,
mean, you
this
had
is
that
what
one
people are
character
saying.
that was a fairly recognizable. Adam Beach was a recognizable actor from a bunch of good movies,
Right.
and people were like, "Hold on, he was here for 30 seconds and his
He's
head
like-
got blown off."
Oh, God, that shit. Yeah, no, you're right.
You know?
It's like, was that supposed
You're
to
like,
be a
"Oh,
joke?
he's in the movie, and then
Yeah.
and he's dead." What?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
So I think having BVS, Suicide Squad, and Justice League around the same time with only Wonder Woman as like this is a hit,
Little
people like
buffer,
it because
yeah.
we just let Patty Jenkins make her own movie, minus the last third, which people complain about. And she
Yeah, but
said
here's
in
the
interviews,
thing. But here's the thing. I mean, you've already had the BVS failure. You already had the Suicide Squad failures, right?
well,
And it's a full-
here's the thing. Here's the thing. I want to correct. Like critical failure, Suicide Squad made bank though.
right. But that's
Justice
'cause-
League did not. BVS
Right.
made bank, but not enough bank.
Right,
they-
but
it
you didn't
needed to
have
make a
Justice
billion.
League yet, right? So
Right.
you already had Man of Steel and people saying, "Oh, Henry Cavill's great, but the movie was terrible."
Right.
Batman versus Superman. Oh, Ben Affleck is Batman. What the fuck?
Well, let's talk about that real quick because BVS.
Well, let me make my point real quick, and then we can
Sure.
come back to that. So, I don't think people expected Wonder Woman to
be
come
as
out
good.
and be as good as
And
it
competent, and it felt like a filmmaker made this movie.
Right.
Right.
But it also still maintained some of the qualities and characteristics
And storylines.
And kudos to Patty Jenkins
Sure.
for maintaining that, even though those
She
previous
didn't
films
have to.
had
Right.
failures. You know, so there was that. Now back to BVS.
Well, like the 3-hour cut is still a mess, but it makes a little more sense. The cut they released into theater was so convoluted and all over the place.
We watched this again, I think, at your apartment at one time.
I think we did.
and I think I commented that like the fight with was Darkseid was better. or-
Doomsday.
Doomsday. That it was longer or
Right.
just seemed to go longer. So that was the 3-hour cut that we watched. Then
Yeah.
probably. Okay.
I would. Yeah. I think we made
A little
an
bit
effort.
more Lex Luthor, a little bit more, yeah.
Which, I mean, that movie's just a mess, and
Yeah.
I don't know why. I think it's because they're trying to hurry through their world building that he felt like he had to introduce this and introduce this and introduce this instead of just telling whatever story he wanted to tell.
Now that I think about it, did it feel like they were trying to correct mistakes in Man of Steel?
I think so.
At the beginning of
I thi-
BVS,
I think so.
and it failed miserably.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then throughout, because then when they're doing
Because
the
at the
Doomsday
same time,
fight,
they're introducing Ben Affleck as the
they're
Batman.
doing too much.
Yeah.
They're doing way too much. Like you can't just go straight from Iron Man 1 to Avengers and expect people not to
Why
be
didn't
like.
they do a Ben Affleck Batman movie prior to BVS?
I don't know. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I thought the Matt Reeves one was supposed to originally be a Ben Affleck directed Batfleck movie, right?
I don't know.
With Deathstroke, who shows up at the end of Justice League.
See, I thought Matt Reeves came around with an original project.
I could be wrong, but I thought that's how this whole thing started,
It-
and then he
it could be.
transitioned it away.
I don't know. Maybe we could reach out to some of our friends that do an actual movie podcast and ask them.
Right? Research is fun.
I've been waiting for that one laugh from you tonight, Chris.
Well, anyway, so
That's the only one.
like I don't think any of the movies have been like god awful. They've been close, but I think it's baffling how they've gone up. Like I think Warner Brothers is to blame. I don't think it's the Snyderverse's
Yeah.
fault. I don't think it's the filmmaker's fault or the character's fault because like these are good characters with solid stories. But you're trying to do too much.
I mean, I think if I look at the 9, right, I think for me, Batman versus Superman was my least favorite.
that one is Suicide Squad. I'd have to look through again. But let's keep going down the line because we've already
So
talked
next one
about
is Suicide Squad.
right.
So Margot Kidder introduced Margot Kidder. Jesus Christ.
Dead.
That's how old I am. Margot Robbie, brilliant.
Enough
Right.
to she's been saved through the different projects.
She was the Wonder Woman of the Justice League for the Suicide Squad.
Yes. It
She
took me a
was-
while to realize what you were saying there, but I agree with you.
What I'm saying is when Margot started performing as Harley Quinn, that whoever was making that movie or whoever was on set had to be like, okay, so we have got to make her a major part of this movie.
It's
'Cause
one of
she-
those perfect castings,
Oh,
right?
yeah, absolutely. Hands down. And Margot doesn't seem to be afraid to do anything either. So
And I'm happy because like Suicide Squad, not a critical darling, but a commercial darling.
Yeah.
Birds of Prey, critical darling, not a commercial
Not a
darling.
commercial darling.
So I hope James Gunn's movie's a hit and we can keep putting her in things because she's amazing.
Will Smith is Deadshot.
Yeah, he's very Will Smith. Did you like anybody else in the movie other than her and maybe Joker? And would it surprise you? And you probably already know this to know that this was edited by a trailer house.
No.
Doesn't that make
Actually, it
sense? So
wouldn't.
the
I
trailer
liked
was a
the
hit.
character of the warden in the prison.
Oh, that one guy that's in like Blockers and Neighbors,
Yeah.
and he's funny. Yeah.
Yeah. I liked that the Suicide Squad comic books always had kind of a side of humor to it. And
Right,
I-
but they're
and I-
clearly trying to ape the Guardians style of weirdos and pop songs and things. Because like the initial
yeah.
trailer
I liked
was
is
a
it
hit.
Who was the Jay Rodriguez?
Who?
Who played the fire guy?
Diablo.
Yeah, he played Diablo. I liked him. I thought he played.
He's the only one with an arc in the fucking movie.
Yeah, for sure. And the only one who had any emotional bearing, well, other than Margot.
That's true.
But he definitely, but he's a great actor. I mean, wasn't he in Training Day?
He was.
Right?
Also directed by David Ayer.
Yeah. So, but he's a great actor.
Mm-hmm.
So, in spite of having this giant tattoo on his face, I thought that he really pushed the emotional levels of that character really well.
Well, he's the only, between him and Enchantress, is the only thing resembling an arc or a plot
And Enchantress's
going on.
arc was flat.
Yeah, well, that's mostly Kinnaman's arc, though.
No, so Kinnaman's arc made sense, right? He
Right.
fell in love with the scientist who was also
And
Enchantress.
Viola Davis is like, we need these bad guys. Oh no, this
But
one went
man,
rogue.
Oh
no.
I so wanted someone else for Enchantress.
You don't like Cara Valerian, whatever her name
Cara
is.
Valerian. I don't even remember her name.
Delevingne?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Cara Delevingne. Which
She waves around like a wacky inflatable
well,
car.
that's the Enchantress.
Yeah, it's
But here's the
it's-
thing.
oof.
So Cara Delevingne also did a show with Orlando Bloom on Amazon Prime where she played a fairy. And
forgot about that.
you laugh, but she was actually
I don't
really
think she's a bad actress.
She was no. She was a terrible actress in Suicide Squad, but she's gotten better since,
okay.
and that I think says a lot for her.
Mm-hmm.
But it leaves a lot to be wanted for Suicide Squad, the original one.
Correct.
Because if she brought the acting chops that she had in that series and in other things that I've seen her in since then,
I don't know why she was the villain. You could have done something with Joker. Like that's what everyone thought was going to happen.
well, that may have been the original plan.
Who fucking knows
Yeah.
at this point, right?
That movie was pretty. It felt like it was pretty chopped up.
You
too.
probably forget Batfleck's in that.
I wonder if there is an Ayer arc to that. That
No, he said online after the Snyder Cut made.
he said there would be no Ayer cut. I saw that.
Oh, he did.
Yeah.
Well, he mentioned for a long time he would talk about different scenes and things that got cut, and I'm like, I'd like to fucking see this.
So they did that DC like Zoom,
Oh,
show.
Right.
and someone asked him, and he said there is no Ayer cut. That was his only response.
I would like to see that still. We'll see.
see.
Everyone was like,
We'll see.
Snyder Cut doesn't exist. Cut
Well,
doesn't
we'll
exist.
see.
Now it's coming out Thursday.
Yeah. Well, it doesn't exist yet.
That's true.
But we'll see. I think if the Snyder cut succeeds,
I'm wondering because Snyder's also said this is probably his last DC project. So I'm wondering.
He said it is his last. DC
We'll see,
project.
because like never say never, right? If this is
Yeah.
popular enough, Warner Brothers has been so reactionary so far. I don't see why they would be like, no, please direct another one that people like this, or
Yeah.
hey, or please we'll do your cut.
Speaking
I
of
don't know.
Suicide Squad, though, it's interesting that Gunn is doing both Marvel and DC movies.
I think he's the only one that's crossed over so far, other than Bryan Singer doing Superman and X-Men. But fuck that guy.
Yeah.
So Wonder Woman was next. We love that movie.
Yeah, we've already touched on that.
The only thing bad about that movie is the last third, and that was the studio interference because Patty Jenkins wanted to do something more soulful and philosophical.
I don't know, man. I don't have very many complaints about Wonder
I
Woman.
don't either, but if I have to nitpick, that would be it.
I thought Chris Pine was the perfect casting. Mm-hmm. I think Gal Gadot was the perfect casting.
She's so good. Well, here's the thing. I didn't think her acting was amazing in BVS. I was worried, but she's so good in Wonder Woman that I assume it's just a directing thing.
You almost forget about previous actresses that have played Wonder Woman.
Linda Carter, can't forget that. But I don't know who else has done it, but there's probably others. And you're right.
There was a Wonder Woman TV show.
They got canceled?
It did get canceled after one season.
Oof.
It was a young unknown actress, and she was pretty great. I don't remember her name.
Okay.
She's done stuff since. I just can't bring a name to it.
Oh, do you know Pedro Pascal was in that and 84?
Was he?
He was. I read that somewhere, and I did confirm it, but I'm like, how about that?
I did not know that.
He was still like an unknown back then, but still.
Oh, in the television series?
Yes.
Yeah. Huh.
So let's just move on to Justice League. We talked a little
Which
bit
we've
about
touched on a little bit.
Yeah,
Like,
we liked it,
and
but it's not a good movie, and it's clearly
well, the
studio
question
interference.
is it fair
for
for
the
us
movie.
to talk about it? I mean, it's fair because it was released.
Correct.
Right?
But are you saying you want to wait and compare? Maybe next episode.
I mean, it's a 4-hour movie. So reality is we may have an entire podcast to compare and contrast the
I think
two
we should do
movies.
it.
So let's transition away
All right.
from that. We'll wait till we
hold
see
off.
it.
We'll hold off.
We've already touched on, I think, the points that matter and moving
Correct.
forward in the discussion. So
Aquaman was their first like billion-dollar movie, and I don't know why.
Jason Momoa. You had the entire Game of Thrones audience.
Well, it
that
came
fell in
out
love
at a
with
good
him.
time. I think it was Christmas season.
Yeah.
Got asses in seats. I thought it was fine. It's too long. There's too much shit going on. I remember by the time we get to the underwater battle at the end, where it's like 2.5 hours, my eyes were glazing over. And also, I just need to say, Patrick Wilson looks like Bible Man, and it's very distracting.
But you also had the original Mandalorian in it.
Oh, you're
Played his dad.
right.
Yeah.
No, he's Moana's dad, he's Aquaman's dad, and he's Boba Fett's dad. And now he is Boba Fett.
Now he is Boba Fett. For me, Nicole Kidman and
She's dressed as like the Predator at one point.
yeah,
Also very distracting.
Yeah. However, Nicole Kidman in a tight bodysuit is not necessarily.
Yes.
Even though she's like 80.
She's not 80. What the fuck?
But then you also had Dolph Lundgren, right?
Made me very happy.
Who is back in the next Aquaman.
Yes.
So,
yes.
I don't know. There were.
I have not seen it since theaters, even though I remembered liking it, and I do own it, and it's been 3 years now, so that probably says
Yeah.
something.
So the interesting thing was the armor piece, right? So you have the original Aquaman armor, which is
The orange one,
right?
Oh yeah.
And then at the end of the movie, they find the armor. But the funny thing is it's just floating over a rock, and it so reminds me of
Don't
like a
even remember
video
that.
game where someone
It really
drops-
does feel that
someone
way.
drops armor, and he's like, "Oh, I'm gonna run across it." and the
Level
armor's
up,
gonna-
bitch.
So there were moments of it. Where
James
it was-
Wan is the director. Is kind of hit and miss for me. He did.
What
like,
else has he done?
The Conjuring, Saw. There's more. My brain ain't working. It's been a long work day.
Speaking of which, Spiral. the
I
Chris
wanted to
Rock?
see that. That was
Yeah.
supposed to fucking come out, man.
It looks like it's gonna be.
He's
good.
hoping because Jigsaw sucked.
Yeah. It's got the kid from A Bronx Tale in it, all grown up.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah, the one with the giant mole right there that I was talking about when we were talking about the Jewish character, and I
Yep.
couldn't remember his name. Yeah.
You did your research. I'm proud of you.
Thank
You
you.
remembered.
So that was in 2018, and then in 2019, David Sandberg, Zachary Levi.
My favorite DC
Shazam.
movie.
So I hated it. when
It's
I
one of my
first saw it.
favorite comic book movies ever. But let's. Why did you not like it the first time around?
Did we see it in the theater together?
There was an advanced screening that Fandango offered like a month early, and you
Right.
and I took our boys. Not that Cameron's biologically mine, but still, we took Cameron.
I
and we
didn't
took
like it.
Tristan. You did not. I loved it. I loved it.
So, but I think I've seen it 4 times since then.
I made you watch it maybe two of those
Once.
times.
You made me watch it
Was it
once.
once? Okay.
So, but I've definitely watched it twice on my own. Mm-hmm. And it has steadily climbed the list.
Why is that?
So I think I went into it after seeing the trailers and saying this is nothing like any of the other DC comic movies.
Correct.
And this is just going to be some stupid fucking comedy.
A little bit.
And
in a
then
good way.
Zachary Levi and fake
Kills
muscles
it.
and things like that. But then it
Kills
turns out that he wasn't necessarily overwhelmingly padded. I mean, he pretty well bulked
did.
up for the role.
My dude did.
So, I don't, but then I think for me also, Jaimin Hansu.
He's another DC Marvel crossover because
Yeah.
he was also in Aquaman.
Yeah.
And he's also in Guardians and Captain Marvel.
Yeah.
Dude likes to work.
I mean, he's one of the best too, though. I mean, if you think of his work in Blood Diamond, and then what was the
How to Train Your Dragon
pirate
2.
or not the pirate movie, the slave movie where he played the slave on the ship,
I know what you're talking about, but I do not remember what it's called. But he is
and then
good in that.
Gladiator.
Of course.
Yeah. So I mean, he's steadily worked. He's steadily put out quality work.
Sure. But what changed for you, I guess? Because why I love this, and I think Aquaman.
When I
and-
accepted the quirkiness of the Shazam story.
Well, here's the thing. Starting with Wonder Woman and then Aquaman and Shazam, and I think Birds of Prey and Wonder Woman 84, I think they're just letting directors do their thing now. There's not studio interference. Love those movies, hate those movies.
They realized
that's a James
Patty
Wan movie.
Jenkins, who no one really knows, can make a great movie if we give her the reins.
Right.
So, but the other thing is
And
like,
Shazam is very much a David Sandberg movie because he's still got his horror roots.
but DC also kind of did. They saw what Marvel was doing and did what they were doing, and they hired an Asian director to direct Aquaman, and then a female director to do Wonder Woman,
and Birds of Prey.
And Birds of Prey.
Asian woman director.
yeah, an Asian woman director. So it's like they're slowly climbing up the minority scale,
And they're
So-
taking more risk, which I respect because
Yeah.
they would never make an R-rated movie like Birds of Prey,
But then they also let Patty Jenkins make a movie like Wonder Woman 84,
which is weird.
which is essentially the television show.
We'll get there,
Yeah.
but there's a lot to unpack there. But yes, I think they are just letting them do their thing
I didn't
now.
hate 84.
No,
mean,
I didn't either. But
we
there's a
talked
lot
about
to
it on the
unpack.
podcast.
I think there's still some more we could say about it now that we've let it sit more.
Yeah.
But I love Shazam. It feels like a throwback.
It's my second favorite in the group.
I love that. What's your first?
Yeah.
Wonder Woman?
Yeah,
And
first
then
is
Birds
Wonder
of Prey?
No,
Which one?
Birds of Prey is probably 4.
What's number 3?
I still liked Justice League.
I ain't going to take that away from you because I was one of the defenders
when
too.
we watched it and we didn't hate it.
I think it's a fun movie.
But it
It's
felt
just
like
a very
It
flawed
felt like
movie.
a Wonder Woman vehicle for sure. And maybe that's why I liked it, because I liked Wonder Woman.
And I
so
like
much.
it was kind of a throwback to like the more Raimi, Burton, Christopher Reeve, Donner era. So is 84.
I still think that scene where Wonder Woman walks across the field of battle is still probably.
Oh, so good.
It for me was one of the most emotional scenes that I've seen in a comic book.
It's the most
movie for a long
superhero
time.
thing I've ever seen.
Right,
Right?
and it was badass. Yeah. So then we got Birds of Prey.
Which I loved, and I guess you didn't love as much.
I didn't not love it. It's just
It's a very fun, very quirky, very
understood
raunchy, violent movie.
them giving Margot Robbie. We'll use the word vehicle again.
Sure.
A vehicle to play
She's earned
Harley
it.
Quinn again. Harley Quinn again. I didn't like some of the casting.
Which ones?
Who's the really tall girl with the little handheld crossbow?
Oh, Mary Elizabeth Winstead.
I didn't like her.
Oh, I liked her.
I like her as an actress. I didn't like her.
Well, here's the problem with that. It's called Birds of Prey, but it's very much a Harley Quinn movie. Because the Birds of Prey don't get a lot
Well,
to
I mean,
do.
the original title was 9 words long,
Correct.
and then people were complaining about the title, so they changed the name.
Harley, like Birds of Prey.
Well, they
Harley
didn't
Quinn or
change
something,
the
right?
name, but they started marketing it as
Right.
Birds of Prey.
Right.
So,
I loved it. Your son loved it. Cameron loved it.
yeah, Tristan was like, let's see it again when we were leaving
It's
the
so
theater.
much fun. Yeah. So that I think you're gonna hate me. Shazam's number 1 for me, and I think Birds of Prey's number 2.
I'm not going to hate you. We have very different tastes in movies sometimes. Mm-hmm. And then somehow we cross over at points too. So.
So Shazam and Birds of Prey are fun, and then Wonder Woman is just a damn good, solid.
And maybe that's it.
Superhero
Maybe
movie.
I wasn't wanting the fun Harley Quinn.
It's a fun character.
Maybe I kind of wanted the emotive, dark character that she played in Suicide Squad.
And you'll probably get that in, I don't know, but maybe
Yeah.
in James Gunn's movie.
We'll see.
We'll see. But maybe they were trying to be a Deadpool
Yeah.
in terms of how it's structured and how she'll break the fourth wall and that kind of character and it's rated R.
Yeah, but
and all that.
that's Harley Quinn. I mean,
I
that's,
agreed.
That's her comic book
Agreed, and it
character.
works. And I think
Ewan McGregor bothered me.
I thought he was great. It's acting up a storm.
I don't know.
Here's the problem. I don't think it absolutely had to be rated
Fly
R.
fishing for salmon in the Yemen has ruined him for me.
Okay. He's always Obi-Wan.
Yeah.
I think it would have done better if it was PG-13. I think that's what kind of shot it in the foot because
Yeah.
I think everyone that would have loved a Harley Quinn movie couldn't go see it.
I think that there was also the possibility of Joker making an appearance in it that
They went out of their way not to put Jared
Why not?
Leto
Yeah.
in the movie,
Yeah.
except for I think they used some Suicide Squad.
interesting
footage.
thing is once we see the Snyder cut, does the question come up, had the Snyder cut been the release that they put out, would the Joker have appeared?
Right. Or if they hadn't fucked up Suicide Squad.
Well, because the Joker that he played in Suicide Squad, right, was clearly not the Joker that was supposed to be in the storyline.
Right.
So if that storyline carries over, then you're looking at a much darker, much less fun.
Well, I'm wondering. 'Cause,
I mean, the reality is that relationship was extremely abusive.
correct.
Yeah.
Well, I think Suicide Squad was supposed to be a darker movie until they changed the tone
Yeah.
and did reshoots and editing and all that to make it whatever the hell it is now. Again, very reactionary.
Yeah. I didn't hate Birds of Prey.
Okay.
I have a real issue with Rosie Perez.
Rosie Perez.
I don't know why,
Okay.
but she was in the flight attendant show with Kaylee Cuoco. Mm-hmm. And I
Who
really
also
liked-
plays Harley Quinn?
also plays Harley Quinn.
And apparently
Yeah.
does a great job. I need to sit down and watch that
She
show.
won an award for it.
Harley Quinn?
Yeah. She
Damn.
won one of those animation awards for voicing Harley Quinn.
Cool. I'm glad she's out of
a
the.
couple weeks ago.
I'm glad she's out of the Big Bang. I mean, she got paid. But
The
now
guy
she's,
who does Dr. Doofenshmirtz is also a voice on that show.
Nuh-uh.
That's how I know that she won, because he
Dan
congratulated her.
Povenmire. Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. But then we transitioned into Wonder Woman 84, right?
Which a lot of people have problems with, and we're going to talk about it.
Okay.
Because I know we've touched upon it a little bit, but now that it's been a few months, has your opinion of it changed at all?
I still enjoyed it.
I like it a lot,
Yeah.
but Cameron wasn't big on
I think
it.
Pedro Pascal probably is what kept the movie together for me.
It
Which
has a
sucks
lot of
because
problems.
I liked Wonder Woman so much.
Well, I think that's what's so baffling about it, right? As a sequel to Wonder Woman,
yeah.
that has that tone
Yeah.
and is set in World War I, to set it in the 80s and give it a Superman 3 tone
Yeah.
is a huge question mark.
Well, but the reality is Superman 3 came out in the 80s, and that's why it had that tone.
I know, but why set it in the 80s at all?
Because it's based off of the storyline that you see of Wonder Woman's progression.
I mean, I'm not complaining, but I just think if they were trying to recapture the tone of Wonder Woman 1, why they went
but
that
the benefit
route.
of this whole thing, though, right, is that they didn't call it Wonder Woman 2 when you showed up and it was an 80s movie.
Sure.
They called it Wonder Woman 1984.
Right.
You knew that the movie was happening.
No.
In
I
1984.
I'm not saying they deceived people. It
Yeah.
just seems like a weird direction to take a Wonder Woman sequel.
I don't know. I mean, I didn't hate it.
I liked it a lot.
I
I
liked
did
the
too.
initial Amazon sequence.
Well, let me just say straight up, for people that say it felt like Superman 3 or the Raimi Spider-Man movies, I love those movies.
Yeah.
I was fine with it. The goofy ass plot. It does feel more like the TV Wonder Woman than the DCEU Wonder Woman.
Well, so the other benefit of the whole thing, though, is that Gal Gadot was still a great Wonder Woman.
she just doesn't have a lot to do.
There just wasn't a lot for her to
It's more
do.
Pedro Pascal's movie,
Yeah, absolutely.
which I'm not complaining about. Did he fall asleep?
No, he's doing something to the top of his head. Oh, it's his elbow. Okay.
Is Bilbo?
I thought he was like indicating something to me, like
Rubbing my neck.
Three
He was
Stooges.
calling you
Weirdo.
So, but yeah, but so here's the thing: like Pedro Pascal, like for me, I feel, and I don't pay attention enough to know if he's underrated, but he feels underrated,
I think so.
you know, and I mean, if you think of him from the Mandalorian standpoint, he's got a giant metal thing on his head the whole time. And you still feel every emotion
Yeah, to
that the
act with a
Mandalorian
bucket on
has.
your head
Yeah.
is hard. As the man that chooses not to show his emotions,
Yeah.
it's hard to get a character out of that, but he did.
Yeah. And then, there comes a period of time in the movie where, like, man, this guy's a dick to his obviously adopted kid.
Mm-hmm.
But then at the very end, it comes back and he's just breaking the fuck down, and you feel every bit
it's
of that
clear.
emotion.
It's clear,
Yeah,
absolutely.
Yeah. And he looks at his kid and he's like, I'm a terrible person.
Yeah.
And his kid's still like, no, you're not. And it's just because that's the innocence of children. And
It's a wacky ass plot, though. Let's just acknowledge that.
It's
When I was like, oh, it's about a
It's-
wishing stone?
it's like Patty Jenkins
Oh.
grabbed a comic book and literally translated that comic book
I think she's
into
also a
story.
fan of wacky ass Superman 3, and she's
'cause
like, I want to make
that's
that kind of movie.
It's the Cheetah storyline.
Sure.
It's ripped directly from a comic.
Sure.
So I would be interested to see if Patty Jenkins is tied to the third Wonder Woman and if she takes the reins.
At this point, she is, but due to the reaction of this movie, I'm interested to see if that sticks.
But I mean, it's like both ends of the spectrum. I mean, you have this one that's just a banging success, and
Critical and commercially.
yeah, right. And then you have this one that's.
Very
I
divisive.
mean, it was still a commercial success.
No, yeah, a lot of
It's just
people watched
in an
it.
odd time for it to come out.
Correct.
I don't know.
I liked it too, man. I'm not
I
trying
liked
to
it.
shit on you, and I get the problems with it, but like,
Yeah.
as
I
a-
think I will own it.
I will
haven't.
too. No, I own
Yeah.
all of them so far, just
Yeah.
to own them.
All right,
But like
so
tonally, like to go from Man of Steel to Wonder Woman 84, like you can see like why this is the more course correction universe compared to how all the Marvel movies sort of feel the same.
yeah.
But that's could be a good thing because they're also doing side projects that aren't related to this, like Joker, which was a huge success, the Batman, which people are
Do
hyped
you
as hell
think the
for.
possibility exists for the Joker character to get his own movie after the Snyder Cut releases if it's a good
They've
storyline?
talked about doing a Joker and Harley movie, and I'm hoping that gets some more legs after this.
But again, that's going to be very difficult, especially in 2021, because it's literally an extremely abusive relationship.
And they kind of touched upon that in Birds of Prey, so I'm interested to see how they do that.
Unless
now.
it's an original story, I don't know if it can be done.
Well, let's go over some of the upcoming movies because I
so
think
there's-
it's interesting to be like, well, now that we got the Snyder Cut, where do we go from here? Because the Snyder Cut's very different than Wonder Woman 84, which are the two last projects they did.
There's 6 DCEU movies in production right now.
Okay,
You've got Justice League. Well, that's out of production.
that's
clearly.
that's coming out Thursday, right?
Coming out Thursday.
Well, by the time this comes out, it will probably already be out,
The Suicide Squad,
which is the James Gunn one.
which is scheduled for later this year.
Oh, interesting. I forgot
Yeah.
about that. So that's one of the HBO Max and theaters ones.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Then you've got The Flash. Now, let's talk about The Flash.
Well, that's because there's talk of MCU Spider-Man 3 being kind of the multiverse movie, and then this movie I think is coming out after that, and they're
Right.
trying to do their own DC version of that, where like the Burton Batman's coming in.
So it's been pushed twice
okay.
by a year.
Okay.
It was originally supposed to come out in 2020, and they didn't even start production on it.
Hot damn.
And that was not COVID related, it was star related.
Oh, because he pushed a woman or something?
Well, so originally, he wouldn't be in the movie unless he was able to write and produce it.
Really?
Yes.
Okay.
And then he submitted the.
after his excellent brunch line from Justice League, he thinks he can write his own movie?
He submitted the script, and the studio said, "Okay, we'll cast someone else." And so he goes, "Whoa, whoa, 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 whoa!"
Slow down, Maurice. You
down.
called my bluff.
And so he hired his production company that he started for this script writing.
Unquote.
Hired some additional writing staff, and
What the fuck?
then
Warner Brothers is.
so now
billing all this?
the script for Flash is credited,
And
to
they're doing
some other writer.
Flashpoint, correct?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I liked what's his name again? I can never
Ezra
remember.
Miller.
Thank you. I liked him as the Flash. I thought he has the personality for it.
No, he's the best part of that movie,
Yeah.
probably.
So I wasn't opposed to him being the Flash.
Mm-hmm.
But then Grant Gustin is doing such a fucking good job on the WB or
Oh,
CW.
didn't Ezra show up in their multiverse thing, which was the only DCEU reference?
Which will be interesting to see if Grant Gustin shows up.
They could do that shit.
But that's the thing is the studio, as soon as Ezra came and said, I have to write the script, and
They're like, bye.
is they were, okay, well, I mean, we have someone who is successfully playing The Flash.
Sure.
And like 13 seasons
Right, and this
successfully
is a
playing The
multiverse
Flash.
story anyway, so we could easily
So
bring him
we could
in.
easily bring him in.
Right.
Yeah. So there was a little bit of fan uproar, but that's kind of died down, and I think they did it well, especially after the pushing incident.
Sure.
In kind of delaying, and it's
Keep his
getting
ego
farther
in
from
check.
people's mind.
Right.
But I mean, they're still announcing casting for that. They just announced.
When are they filming?
I don't know.
When is this bitch supposed to come out?
2022? But
We'll
they did.
see.
They did just announce the casting of his love interest.
Oh, I thought Supergirl just got announced too.
No, and it's a racially diverse casting. It's a black girl, which is cool.
Oh, cool.
Kind of like the Flash television series.
Oh, cool.
I don't know what she's been in, but she's beautiful.
Sure.
Hopefully she can act.
There's that, isn't there?
So, but Andy Muschietti is tied.
The It guy.
Yeah. And we enjoyed his It.
Even if Chapter 2 is a mess, but it's not his fault.
Yeah.
Stephen King was on cocaine.
So, I mean, the possibility exists for it to be good. And The Flash is one of my all-time favorite.
Sure.
The Flash and Daredevil are probably my two all-time favorite
Oh,
comic
cool.
book characters.
Well, I think Flashpoint's one of the best comics storylines ever written, too. It's super cool.
Yeah.
How they could play with that. Again, do I think they're doing it a little too early? Yes, but I think MCU did Civil War way too early, too. So.
Yeah, but the
that was a
reality
good
is
movie.
there have been successful Flash television shows that kind of already established a generation of Flash fans for at least 2 generations.
Well, it's like how Wonder Woman didn't get a movie till just now. It's like the character's so popular. Why did it take this long?
Well, but that's the thing though. Like you only really had the one successful series of Wonder Woman, and that was like late 70s, early 80s.
She's one of the big 3, though.
Right. But with Flash, you had the Flash in the early 90s with the guy who now plays Grant Gustin's dad
Oh, cool.
on the Flash on the CW. So you've had 2 very successful multiple season runs of the Flash. So I feel like you can take a Flashpoint series and use that as the introductory movie for the solo Flash, because everyone's kind of the generations that are going to see that movie are familiar with how was the Flash created, what's his origin
Right.
story.
I'm just worried, like how they rushed to Justice League, how they rushed to the death of Superman, all that. I'm worried they're going to do that with this and not let it breathe.
You don't think 3 years is breadth enough?
I mean, development hell might do it some good.
Yeah, right. And maybe pushing it past COVID lockdown will help as well.
True.
So, but then after the Flash, you have Aquaman 2, which is currently
James
in production.
Wan coming back?
James Wan is directing it.
Cool. When is that supposed to come out?
2022.
Okay.
They have already started
Is
production.
he still
on
doing
it.
his fucking trench movie? Nobody want to see that.
I don't know. Dolph Lundgren is back. Amber Heard is back.
I thought she was kicked off
No,
officially. No.
she's still there.
Damn it.
Yeah.
Janet.
Jesus.
God.
So I didn't have enough of a problem with James Wan version in the first place to worry about it. We'll see. Depends on the story.
True.
So
Hopefully it's better.
yeah, and they've been pretty quiet about the story for Aquaman too. So
Sure. I mean, we'll see it.
Yeah.
It made $1 billion. Why wouldn't they make another one?
so Shazam: Fury of the Gods has gotten pushed again to
Fuck.
2023.
Fuck.
We already talked about that, so it's not against.
Yeah,
it's
right.
still-
Because they gotta.
But it's been pushed 4 times.
But they gotta film that fucker before those kids grow up.
Yeah, so it's going to be 4 years after the original release.
Damn, son.
So that'll be interesting.
Excited for that. Black Adam is also coming.
Black Adam,
Which is connected to
That's
that
the last
character.
announced in production DCEU movie right now.
Okay.
Stars
And then
The
are they gonna
Rock,
cross them over after that?
the Shazam and Black Adam?
Mm-hmm.
I think Black Adam is actually in Fury of the Gods,
Oh, okay. Maybe they're.
but that's the one with the triplets.
Oh, okay. Because you see Black Adam briefly in the first one. We're
Yeah.
talking about, I gave this man powers once and this happened. Blah, blah, blah.
Yeah,
And he kind of looks like The Rock. And I'm like, cool.
yeah. So, but then apparently The Rock is running for president in 2024. So,
We are in some weird hell alternate universe, ain't we?
yeah,
Okay.
yeah. So that's the existing DCEU.
What about some ones that are in development hell? Do they have those listed somewhere?
I didn't see a list of those. The only other one that I saw was Peacemaker.
Let's get in his own show, though.
Yeah.
On HBO Max. Okay.
That's what I saw. Was in
James Gunn
development.
just wrote that on a whim on lockdown, and then it got made.
Yeah,
Just
because
kind of cool.
they loved it. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Love that man. So all over the place, but final consensus?
So here's the thing: if I sit down and I watch the DCEU movies from start to finish, they make sense. In
Tonally all over
in
the
release
place.
order,
Sure.
right? If I try and do that with the Marvel movies, first of all, it's 30 movies versus 9.
Some of them.
And
take
if you
place
watch them in
for-
release order, they don't really make a whole lot of sense.
They do, but you're right.
In release order, no. In chronological order, yes.
If this was YouTube, you'd be getting all kind of comments, but I see what you mean.
So there's benefits to the way the DCEU has been doing things. I think there have been more failures than successes.
That's true.
I think the recent movies have been
They're getting better.
successes. Yeah.
I think Wonder Woman 84 for a lot of people was a step in the wrong direction, but we liked it.
Yeah. We'll see.
But I think through Aquaman, through Shazam, through Birds of Prey, through Wonder Woman 84, they're getting wackier.
Yeah.
And I don't think, especially fans of the Snyderverse version, probably aren't too happy about that.
Yeah, but I mean, Aquaman wasn't necessarily wacky as much as it was. I feel like Jason
It gets
Momoa's
goofier with what they're.
personality.
Well, I mean, the whole Aquaman mythos and Atlantis and all that. You can't help but get a little wacky because there's like an octopus playing the drums at one point. I thought.
Yeah.
It just comes with the territory. Patrick Wilson looks like Bible Man. Julie Andrews plays a squid or some shit. It was weird.
Julie Andrews.
Yeah, you don't even remember her in that movie. When he's getting his little outfit, she plays the beast.
Who played his mom in that movie?
Nicole Kidman. We just talked about that.
Yeah, that's right.
It's okay.
How long did she live down there? 30s.
I mean, he was a baby when she disappeared, right? So it would have had to been. That's why she
crazy.
looks like the Predator.
Pardon the yawn. Mm-hmm. So
So, how we doing on time?
I think we're pretty close.
Are we close?
Yeah.
Because I didn't know if you wanted to talk about WandaVision, just get it over
No, let's save that.
with. Okay.
I mean, and even if we don't talk about it, I think I'll be fine.
Talked enough.
Yeah, I mean, I think there were people that enjoyed it. Those are the Marvel purists. For me, there was one piece that I enjoyed about it, and that was how Vision's going to be returning. But I mean, Wednesday, isn't that the Falcon and the Winter Soldier starts on Wednesday?
believe Friday,
the
actually.
17th. I thought it was the 17th. It might be the 19th, but it is this week.
Mm-hmm.
That's the one that I'm really excited about.
Early press for it's good.
Did you see that we found out who Noobmaster 69 is?
Yeah, some guy from Winter Soldier nobody cares about in an Xbox promo.
What are you
Yippee.
talking about, dude? He was like one of the funniest parts of Winter Soldier.
You're
When they're
right,
in the
but I
Apple
forgot
store and he's
about him.
like, I've been Aaron. It's like looking in a mirror. It was pretty funny.
But there were like theories it was going to be Deadpool or alternate
Yeah.
universe Loki or something.
Yeah.
So I'm like, oh, it's just a guy. That's cool.
Yeah, and it sucks that they released it in kind of the most Disney way in an Xbox commercial.
Right.
You know? So,
Meh.
but it's whatever.
Meh. Are you going to be watching weekly or are you waiting?
Are you going to be watching weekly? Or
I
are
have
you
no
gonna be
idea.
waiting?
I'm not as into this one as WandaVision.
Really?
Because WandaVision had the mystery that had everyone hooked, and the Evan Peters thing.
You mean the
was
mystery that never panned out?
correct?
Yeah.
And then the Evan Peters thing was like, all right, I gotta fucking watch this thing, and then
Oh, because for a boner joke? All of that for a boner
I know
joke?
I'm pissed.
Yeah.
Well, they know what they did too. They're like, ooh, X-Men, is it in? Nope, just boner joke. Fuck you.
Someone mentioned that Aaron Taylor Johnson is appearing in the Doctor Strange movie.
Really? Because they announced a bunch of cameos for that movie. So I'm interested
I
to see.
read somewhere that Aaron Taylor Johnson may show up in the news.
Good, because they went out of their way to not put him in WandaVision and flashbacks or
I
otherwise.
wonder if they just couldn't get him.
Because of Tenet.
I don't know. I mean, he may have been off filming somewhere, or
That could be. That could very well be.
so who knows?
I want to watch Tenet on my Game Boy like that guy made.
Aren't there 16 of them? Didn't he put them on
I
16
think there's
different
5 of
cartridges?
them. Yeah, there are 5 of
I thought I
them.
read today 16, but
They fit Shrek and Shark Tale on one cartridge once upon a time.
You
and
see Shrek's coming back to the theaters?
yeah, 20th anniversary. I feel so old. You want to go see it?
No, it looks like shit.
Oh,
Like, I was looking at that going, oh my God, is that what animation from DreamWorks looked like?
it was.
It's terrible.
You go and watch Ants. It looks like an N64 game.
Oh, Jesus. Well, this has been Popcorn Tribunal. We talked about a little bit about the DC Extended Universe. So
Quite a bit, actually.
yeah.
And we'll be back doing it again.
Yeah, so next we're going to watch this week,
Yes.
probably before
We'll figure
this
out a
episode
day.
actually releases.
We will
we'll
figure
have
out a
watched
day
it.
to. We'll probably take a day to watch the damn thing.
Yeah, for sure. We'll make a point to do it.
If it's out Thursday, let me know. We'll
I
work
think
around that.
And then we'll have a conversation talking about the original Whedon version.
Are you gonna
versus-
watch the Whedon one again?
I've already watched it again.
Should I do that? It's been a while.
Yeah, I may watch it with Wendy just to see if she wants to watch it.
Let me know. I can come for that.
Yeah.
I need to. It's been a while. I want to have a fresh comparison. I kind of want to watch it after, because if I watch it before, I'm going to be comparing. Like, oh, you just grabbed that from the original one, right?
Yeah.
Cool. We'll
Yeah.
talk about it then.
Awesome. Thanks, Chris.
No problem.
You awake in there, buddy?
Oh yeah.
CICroasters.com.
If we're
Yes.
even putting the producer to sleep, that's a good sign.
Hey, I think the Philippines are still on board, by the way.
You guys are the real G's out there.
We're still doing okay there.
Do you get HBO Max out there?
Fortunately, I cannot ship coffee to the Philippines.
Can they ship it here?
could. You probably.
There will
wanna
be
pay
a
$80.
$50 additional charge.
Right.
But anyways, thanks for listening, guys. Check us out, Instagram and Twitter. We're at Popcorn Tribunal. I'm working on some updates for the website, popcorntribunal.com. And definitely check out our YouTube channel.
We're gonna get back to that.
YouTube.com/Popcorn Tribunal.
I think Snyder Cut's gonna take
Tyler
that over
spilled
this
coffee
week.
on his laptop, so we lost 4
I
popcorn
did.
minis. So
Yeah, we
He's
did Nude
never
Mutants
heard of a
too. And we're never
backup
watching that again,
hard
so
drive.
sorry.
I think what we're gonna do is we're gonna try and get the
All
ladies
the Twilights, yes.
and watch all of the Twilights.
yes.
And then I don't know, maybe we do a Justice League mini prior to watching the.
So actually record us watch. Well, I don't know, because then I don't want to talk through it.
Oh, okay, never mind.
We'll figure something out.
Edit that out, Chris. Bye. Have a good night.
Bye.
Thanks for listening.
Bye.
Smirnoff Ice Smash Blue Raspberry and Blackberry is terrible.
Suck.
I have a headache now. Thanks for that.